Hello and welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation with me, your host, Owen James, a channel that brings you your team every single day, guys. All the latest Rangers news, guys. You know what? We've heard so much now that they don't care. They don't care that we beat them. They don't care because they're going to win the league by 13 points or 10 points or whatever it finishes off being. They're going to win the treble. They're going to win this. They're going to win that. They don't care that we beat them. They don't give a monkeys that we beat them. And we've had all the stick of the, well done for winning, have your winning at Parkhead trophy or all this. But you know what? I mean, for a team that doesn't care, for a team that allegedly doesn't care that we beat them, for a team that is apparently solely focused on obviously winning the title and winning the Scottish Cup and winning a treble this year, the meltdown that has come post Old Firm has been absolutely incredible. And I think it has, in a way, kind of tried to mask more serious issues that have gone on at post Old Firm. We hear obviously the incident where Václav Černý has now been investigated ridiculously by the police for squirting water at some fans, which is just absolutely pathetic. I mean, every single day, the rubbish on social media from them gets worse and worse and worse. We've now had, I mean, this is a genuine one from a Celtic podcast. This is not from just some random fan. This is from a Celtic podcast. They said, what if it had been Lucozade in the bottle and the person had got a citrus allergy? Did we think about that? Did we think about the seriousness of this? There could have been a citrus allergy. It could have been a major incident. I'm genuinely I don't understand their ridiculousness, their stupidity, their just genuine delusions of this. I think we've obviously got a lot of people having a lot of fun at this at their expense. Heart and Hand, brilliant post this morning on X saying that, oh my God, my wife's just spilt some water. Don't worry, I've taken the necessary precautions. And genuinely people poking a lot of fun at Celtic. And, I think you look across fan media, not just fan media, but you look across the regular media as well. And there's a lot of people poking fun at Celtic post this. I think, a lot of people saying that it's absolutely ridiculous, the overreaction from Celtic Football Club towards this incident. I mean, the one that I read yesterday that was that Celtic have now offered counsellors to the fans affected in case they've been mentally affected by the incident. I mean, really, genuinely. I mean, you need a counsellor if, you're suffering a mental health crisis or someone in your family dies or you find out you've got an incurable disease or, something like that. You don't need a counsellor if you've got squirted with water at a football match. I mean, genuinely, these people actually have straight faces when they said this, because I couldn't keep a straight face and say to somebody, would you like counselling because you got squirted by water? I'd really struggle to do that. They've also had a meltdown over our players celebrating. We've had Peter Grant, former Celtic player, also, and Chris Sutton as well, condemning the Rangers players for celebrating the victory and playing their music really loud in the dressing room. Apparently that was out of order. This is a meltdown like no other meltdowns. It's genuinely a meltdown that has just genuinely gone off the scale now. I mean, I honestly believe that if you were behind public relations and behind comms and stuff at Celtic Football Club, you need to sit down and think, this is actually making us look ridiculous. This is making us look really stupid. And if you look around Europe, as I said on the video this morning, can you imagine Barcelona or Real Madrid or Borussia Dortmund or Bayern Munich or PSG or Liverpool or Arsenal or Manchester United or Manchester City, the big, massive European clubs, real big, massive European clubs, reacting in this way to that sort of incident? Of course not. It would never happen. It's mainly because they're ashamed of the fact they lost to us. They're also, I think, kind of cover up as well. They've gone to Police Scotland with concerns as regards the water squirting incident and our players becoming involved with their fans. Now, there we go. But, however, have they reported their own fans for the throwing of missiles at Rangers players or the throwing of missiles at the Rangers dugout during the game? If you go back and you watch the celebrations post the third goal and also at the end of the game, you can quite clearly see Celtic fans who are remaining in the ground, and yes, there's not a lot of them, throwing objects, throwing missiles at Rangers players. Now, this is a hell of a lot more serious than water being squirted at somebody. If hard metal objects are being thrown from a height, it becomes a genuine danger, a genuine incident that could cause someone to end up in hospital, could cause genuine injury to someone. And under no circumstances should players ever be subject to things being thrown at them from the stands. Now, this comes on the back, of course, of Celtic stating that they would not take up the Ibrox ticket at the start of the season because of their fear for their fans having objects thrown at them. So it seems that whilst it is okay for them to say it, it's also okay now for their fans to throw objects at our players and our coaching staff. And that is perfectly acceptable because the club, Celtic, have not come out at any point and condemned this. They have not come out and spoken about their fans and the misbehaviour at any point. And I think a lot of what they're doing is deflecting, it's disguising, it's trying to push off, what is a fairly serious incident and trivializing it with their minor crap about water being squirted and players playing their music too loud. Now, also today, it's emerged that a complaint has been made as regards Dujon Sterling's Instagram post from the other day, and that Dujon Sterling is set to be investigated by the SFA. Yes, that is correct. Apparently, because of this Instagram post by Dujon calling Celtic Park a shithole, there has been a complaint, and the SFA are investigating Dujon Sterling for this Instagram post. You couldn't make it up. You genuinely could not make this up. I mean, this honestly is the Timmy meltdown of all Timmy meltdowns. This is the Timplosion of Timplosions. It is just genuinely pathetic on a massive scale, on a huge scale. And I'll be honest with you, if this was the other way round, if Rangers were reacting like this to these incidences, I would be sitting here condemning the club, calling the club a joke, calling the club out for doing it. I would not be tolerating it as a fan for my club to be made to look so ridiculously stupid, ridiculously childish, and ridiculously pathetic as Celtic Football Club currently look. I genuinely hope the police turn around to them and say, seriously, shut the fuck up, you're talking crap. I hope the SFA turn around, which we know they won't because the SFA are run by Celtic, and say, shut up, you're being ridiculous. This is a quite incredible incident. Like I said, we are losing track and losing sight of what was the more serious incident on the day, which was metal objects that can cause injury, as has been proven in the past, been thrown from the stands at Rangers players. Not once have I seen a Celtic fan or anyone from Celtic Football Club condemn those incidents. It is absolutely ridiculous on a massive scale, on a huge scale. And I genuinely can't believe it. Genuinely can't believe it. Guys, I'd love to know your thoughts on this as the Timplosion post Old Firm continues. Thank you, obviously, for those of you who joined me in the live this morning at 10:30. We've got one this evening at around 8 o'clock. So please come and join us for that as we look at the Europa League. Thank you for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. Guys, on the way out, please obviously like, subscribe, share, and comment. And remember always, please never forget, we are the people.